Hope your day is going well. Hey, it's Gary Cox, and still here in the beautiful island of St. Martin. When the fortune is not in the follow-up, that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and especially if you're in sales or wanting to be in sales, grow your business, I'm going to share with you the psychology of why it's so hard to follow up sometimes, when you should not follow up, because I teach in my book, You Can't Fillet a Nibble, It's the Catch That Counts. I teach the importance of follow-up. So when should you not follow up? And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my page, I'd certainly, truly appreciate that. As I've been mentioning on most of my videos so far, we've been hacked. YouTube channel, so I lost 3,000 videos, so we're trying to rebuild everything back up, so look forward to your support. And I intend to give you some really good value, as I've been at this sales stuff for many, many years. Pardon the airplane flying over there. Okay, so one of the problems with not understanding when to follow up or how much to follow up is you can really piss people off. And this is why sometimes we start thinking, well, you know, if I keep following up, I'm going to piss them off. They're going to think I'm a sleazy salesperson, or I'm desperate, or I'm whatever. Here's the bottom line. Statistics show it's between 8 and 12 touches before you can convert a sale. 8 to 12, 5 to 12, whatever it is, but it's not 1 or 2. So if you can't get out of your head that you might piss somebody off, and you might, I mean, here's the bottom line. You can be poor and passive or successful and piss people off. I know for a fact that I have pissed people off because I follow up too much or have followed up too much, but I also know the results I get. I would rather get those results, know I'm going to piss a couple people off, than be passive and do nothing and not get results. So let's figure out, when do you get the point of not following up? How do you, what's the measuring rod? Okay, first of all, you've got to find out what the track record is for your particular product. For example, we have a particular product that is not a one-call close. And it is at least a 3, maybe 4-call close, because it's very expensive. It's, you know, it's tens of thousands of dollars. The problem I see with people trying to close me is, depending on the price of the product, they need to know, you need to know, based on your products, is your product a one-call close? I have some products that are a one-call close. I have some products that are a 2-call close. I have some products that may be a 3 or 4-call close. After that, you got to stop. Now, that doesn't mean I will not keep following up. I'll keep following up till I at least get somebody or get them to respond one way or the other. So now, if you know that you have a product that's, let's say it's a one-call close, why would you keep following up? Now, how would you know it's a one-call close? You would know this because you have a track record. All right, that's the only way you would know. That's why when people say to me, you know, it's this way or that way, how do we know that? What's the track record? What proof do we have that it's this way or that way? Everything is a test. So once you establish the track record of 10, 50, 100, whatever calls, and you see, as long as you're skilled at closing and selling, that you see, okay, this definitely is a 1-call close, this definitely is a 3-call close. Now, if you have a product that is a 1-call close, why would you piss the customer off calling them and calling them and calling them once they've told you no? It doesn't make any sense. Now, some people would disagree with me, but again, where am I getting my proof? I'm getting my proof from the track record. That's the bottom line, the track record. So if you know you have a product, so one guy tried to sell me on something, and the product was, it definitely needed to have a know, like, and trust. I did not trust this guy. He was just a fast talker. You know, you could see he was just trying to constantly close me, and he should know that his product is not a 1-call close. So if I know I have a product that's not a 1-call close, I don't try to close you. And the person receiving that information and receiving my conversation, they feel at ease. They don't feel the pressure. Why give pressure when I know it's not a 1-call close? That's stupid. So if I know it's not a 1-call close and I don't give pressure, that person feels that they're not pressured. They feel more relaxed. They feel maybe more trust in that person. All right, so now we get to the point, when do you know not to follow up? Well, obviously, I'm not going to keep following up after it's a 2-call close, 3-call close, and after that, I'm just not going to waste time. But I go to the ultimatum close. Here's the ultimatum close. I do this via text, mostly. So let's come up with a scenario. Somebody has showed interest in my product. Now, I start off also when I'm ready to wrap up a conversation with them. Here's one of the things that I say, especially if it's a B2B, business to business, because I do a lot of business to business. I'll say to them, you know, you're in sales like I do, and you know follow-up costs. Every time you follow up, it costs you money. It's no different from us. So Bob, do me a favor if you don't mind. Promise me this. If I text you for a follow-up, because you said that, you know, follow up with you tomorrow. If I text you, will you do me a professional favor? Just respond. Even if it's a no, I've got thick skin, will you give me that courtesy? That's all I ask. That way I'm not wasting my valuable time, and I'm certainly not going to waste your valuable time. I get them to do that. All right? Now, then when I follow up with a person and they don't respond, which that just tells me about their word, how loyal they are to their word or not. Because if somebody's trying to tell me something and I tell them I will respond, I will respond. I have no problem responding with a no, I'm not interested. Now, with the ultimatum, if I text them, or I teach my team this, if I text them and they don't respond, I will text one more time and say, hey, I'm assuming maybe you're too busy or you're just no longer interested. If you could do me the professional courtesy and at least respond to me with a text. If they don't respond, within an hour, 3 hours, 5 hours, depending on what's going on, use some common sense. I usually like to wait longer than less because people are busy, especially nowadays. Then I will respond with, I'm just going to have to assume that you're no longer interested. If you happen to change your mind, please do reach out to me. You know how to stay in touch. Thanks so much. I always leave it with thanks so much. Very kind, not trying to piss them off, just thanks so much. When you do something small like that, just a little text, now I've told myself I am done with the follow-up. No more follow-up, all right? I might put it in a tickler file for a month, 3 months, 6 months from now, hoping I also have their email, and they'll get an email drip every so often. So when you're doing this, this is psychological, and this is the cool thing about this. The reason why most people will not do an ultimatum text or an email or a conversation is because they're afraid to get the no. They would rather have the false hope of waiting and trying to text and trying again and trying again. They'd rather the false hope of the possibility of it turning around than the absolute no, move on. I would rather the no, move on than the false hope of something that I know the track record shows this is a one call close, and why am I still trying and trying and trying and trying and trying again? Because of the false hope. Doesn't make sense, all right? Hope I've shared something with you of value today. I'd love to see your comments below. Maybe you can share this with a friend or colleague. I'd appreciate that. And I'm out of here. Between now and the next time we get to chat, you know what to do. From the beautiful island of St. Martin, don't let anything or anyone rent space in your head. Have an awesome day. We'll see you.